What's cracking, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Iron Maiden, and this time we're going to go to their Somewhere in Time album. It's the fourth album after Bruce joined the band. I've read, some music critics talk about it as sort of heavy metal mixed with progressive rock. I think there's keyboards in some of the tunes that might account for that. I really do love this album. I mentioned it when I reacted to Hallowed Be Thy Name. I love that they've gone down some different walkways of the metal sound, explored some different sonic spaces, if you will. This song that we're going to listen to, which is sort of the title track, Caught Somewhere in Time, I believe it's written by the band's founder. It's sort of linchpin, Steve Harris. Like a lot of their really famous tunes, it is fair to say. Shout out to his songwriting ability. I'm not so sure, again, I haven't spent nearly as much time listening to Iron Maiden as I have a lot of the punk bands I listen to. It's like Bad Religion lyrics I've been thinking about since I've been a teenager. Dead Kennedy lyrics, same thing. So I don't have like a solid, definitive understanding of the lyrics in this tune. As far as I could tell, just from my listenings over the last couple years, I'd say it's about sort of like that tension between giving in to temptation, even if it means like, eternally losing your soul, so to speak. And there's this sort of talk between the narrator, who I don't know if it's sort of this Mephistophelian sort of character, but it seems like it's trying to lure someone into that realm of temptation and perhaps damnation. But again, it's sort of playing with this concept of being caught in time between maybe these contrasting influences. So I'm not sure, again, that's just sort of the interpretation that in the moment, when I go to do some of these reactions, I start thinking like a moment or two before I start filming, okay, so like what is the song about? That's what came into my head when I started pondering the tune. But please let me know if you have another interpretation. Again, like I totally respect that there's people that have been listening to this band, for as long, if not longer, than I've been listening to other bands that I am much more familiar with in the long term. So please do let me know if you have a different interpretation, or if you've read an interview with Harris where he talks about it. I really do appreciate all comments, all interaction. Nevertheless, this is from 1986. It's called Caught Somewhere in Time on the album Somewhere in Time. Give me one moment. I apologize. Okay. And away we go. It does have this like temporal wasteland, like intergalactic crossroads sort of feel. By the way, shout out to the album. How did this skip like that? Just that. This guitar heady section, like first time I heard it, like goosebumps, sort of, hair standing up on the back of your neck sort of moment. Singing with rasp in his voice right here. But then that Dickinson vibrato. That's why, again, that Mephistophelian interpretation, it's like time is always on my side. It's like sort of this devil character that like, I'll be here tempting you forever, so even if it takes me a while, I'll get you. Yo. The like echo on his voice, the way he holds that note, then coming in with this guitar riff. like legit like vocal operatic like training. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Oh. Shifting into this. Fucking hell. To like have solos like this in a lot of their songs, but they never feel repetitive or like tired. They like somehow find a way to like riff anew in each one of these solos. Listen to it sing. Feel good sound right there. We're gonna go back into that opening riff again. I think I shouted something like "Holy fuck" when I heard this the first time when that part came back in. Again, like standing up at my like listening station, if you will, just like I'm all the things that you've done wrong. I love that little nefarious laugh. And then back into this. What a fucking song, like. Give me that chorus, Bruce. As are all of us lucky enough to be alive at this moment. Maybe you say that unironically, but, you know, irony's really trying to creep in the door there. Do I or don't I? Oh, that little speechless, like. Fucking hell, I feel like I need to go take a nap or something. Honestly, it's even better than I remembered it, and I also, you know, the ending, I didn't quite remember it. It was so, like, you know, segmented and just, you know, like you didn't know when it was going to end. It was honestly amazing. And I really do love the lyrics. Like, again, I'm not sure the exact interpretation, and like I said, I've said this in other videos on my older channel. You know, lyrics, there's sort of an interaction between writer and listener. Like, yes, there are specific denotations that a writer means when they write, the semantics of their song. But ultimately, like people's experiences, people's own brains, they apply different connotations. And obviously, people take lyrics, and even if they have a specific meaning in a particular context, they are inevitably applied to other contexts and personalized in relation to the brain that is listening to them. So I do think lyrics are a bit of a dialogue, but in terms of what the specific denotations would be, like I said, I'm not quite sure, but I do pick up on this sort of Mephistophelian, like, trying to lure someone into temptation, if it can ultimately lead to their damnation, and sort of being amused by it. I love that moment when Bruce sort of does that devious little laugh. That's so fantastic. So seriously, let me know if you're a fan of this song or this album. Let me know if you have another Iron Maiden song you'd like to request. As I keep saying in the 3 videos I've done so far, of Iron Maiden, I have all of their Bruce Dickinson albums, so any song in the Bruce Dickinson eras, plural, I guess, because, he and Adrian Smith, they didn't leave at exactly the same times, but they left for parts of the 90s, and then both eventually came back, and they kept Yannick Gers, I believe his name is, and now they have like 3 guitars. It's brilliant. I fucking love it. So again, any song in those 2 eras, if you want to see reacted to, just let me know. Please do comment if you have anything to say about Iron Maiden. As I said, in the last last about 5 or 6 years, I've become a huge fan and have listened to their songs many times, but compared to how long I've been listening to the Subhumans and Bad Religion and so on, it's just not nearly as long. So if you have insight, if you have information, I'd love to hear it. Other than that, thanks for listening. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you next time. Peace.